Hello everyone, welcome back to our Let's Talk Design session. We are here with you again with one more interesting guest to talk about varieties of stone as an element of art in interior and architecture. I am soon gonna invite our guest, and yes, let's take the conversations forward. Our guest is gonna be live soon. I hope all of you are staying safe at your home and doing great. Please, guys, stay safe. I hope all of you have resumed your work as well. We shall start our live very soon. I'm just gonna invite our special guest today. Thank you for joining us every time and hearing our conversations. Our guest is gonna join us very soon. Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good evening, everyone.
Great. First of all, thank you for joining our Let's Talk Design. And I would just like to introduce to our audience. We have Mansi from the Design House Company. She founded the firm in 2010, if I'm not wrong, correct?
That's right.
Great. She's also an interior designer as well as a product designer. And with the projects ranging from residential to commercial sectors, her main objective is to make sure that the designs have a lot of innovation. It creates a lot of functionality as well as aesthetics. Mansi, tell me if I've missed out on something before we move on.
No, you've been pretty bang on. Thank you very much for the lovely introduction and good evening, everyone. It's glad to see everyone join our live and, hear about us.
Great. And happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you and to all the
Happy
people.
Ganesh Chaturthi to you too.
Yes, yes. So it's an off for you today or you're working?
No, we've got the day off today.
Oh, great. Relax.
Yeah, yeah, after a really long time, I think.
No, but then that's great again because I do believe in the rut of all the work, you need some relaxations to come up with new ideas. But again, you're here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm so glad on your off day you are on live with us, interacting with all our audiences and making sure they do get to know all our nits and bits of varieties of stone that we will be talking about. So, not to waste a lot of time, let's
Right.
start. Today we'll be talking about stone as an element of architecture in interiors. Okay, to start with, Mansi, tell me, whenever you do a project, you go out and you pick up a stone, what sort of qualities do you look at?
So, the qualities of the stone basically varies from project to project. Also depending on what kind of styling, what kind of aesthetic we are going to be approaching for that particular space. According to that, we go about selecting the stone. So, if we are going in for a very high-end luxury vibe, then we choose a lot of Italian marble,
Oh,
even exotic stones, semi-precious stops, something like that. If a particular project is has a very resort vibe, a very tropical vibe, then we do go in for a lot of Indian stones like our basalts, our slates. So it
mhm.
totally depends on the project. But I guess, yeah, I think Italian is pretty versatile and it is something which is, goes in for a lot of projects. So Italian marble in the lighter tones, as in the whites and the beiges, is
Right.
something we use for, the projects a lot.
Okay. And I believe whenever you do a project, there are so many leftovers these days,
Right,
of marble, stones, or any
right,
material using.
right,
So, when these leftovers are there with you, you as a designer or as an expert in the same industry,
right.
how do you that these pieces are utilized, or if they could be, recreated into an art piece or a sculpture?
So there are various ways in which we try to optimize the marble that we use,
Mm-hmm.
or a stone for that matter. So we do sometimes create like, like we just probably do some texturing on the marble and, sculpt it behind the sofa just to make it look like an art piece. Or we even use it to clad like a certain portion of the wall,
Okay.
to make it aesthetically it to the best maximum possible capacity.
Okay. And like,
Can you just give me 1 second? I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. Guys, if you all have certain questions you would want Mansi to respond to, please share it in the chat box. We will answer
Hi.
all questions later after the session. Yes. Okay. So
Sure.
I was saying that, whenever we pick up stones for our design, say but for a particular space, so we do look up a lot of qualities. So do you look up at the qualities of the stone, or do you want to first look at the space and then figure out the stone, or it goes simultaneously?
It actually goes hand in hand. It's both ways. So we obviously want to use stones which are very good quality, because stone is something which is going to be with the client for a very long time. So
Correct.
we don't want to compromise on quality. We want to go for a good product, because it does the use. Supposing if it's used in a flooring or, in a bathroom, the use
Mhm.
is also very high.
Right.
So we want it to be sturdy, we want it to be strong, and also long lasting, so that the client doesn't have a problem in the future.
Yeah.
When it comes to the aesthetic value of the stone, of course, we want to do something which is different for
Hmm.
every project. So we try to use something which is a little unique for every project, so that, it gives the project its own character, its
Right.
own design style. So yeah,
Right.
I think it just goes hand in hand, both the things.
Okay. You just mentioned, like if the leftovers of the stone, you use it in an art piece, or you probably use it in cladding. So in
Yeah.
your, have you used these things like as a,
Yeah, we are in fact doing a project currently where we have a little bit of the Italian left from the
okay,
flooring. And
okay.
I mean, it's at least like two slabs. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of Italian left. So we are planning to use it to clad one of the walls. But yeah, we are using it differently by texturing the stone out. So I mean, I don't know if the viewers know, but we are getting this leathering effect done on the stone. So it completely changes the look and feel of the stone.
Okay.
But yeah, we are using that out and, finishing it off.
Okay, okay. And sometimes a simple bright wall, can be most artistic element of the room. So how do you think one can use stone to add an artistic element, or to say a touch of art in that particular space?
A bright wall definitely is a good option. I wouldn't say it wasn't, but to go with our design aesthetic, and also I think the world is basically moving towards essentialism, minimalism,
Yeah.
a lot of tone on tone colors. And of course, stone is very, very versatile as a material. So yeah, we have in fact used stone to, clad backdrops of our beds. We have used stone to, like, in living room walls to, just adorn the wall, maybe behind a dining table or something like that. So yeah, there are various ways in which, and stone and Italian marble especially is extremely versatile. So I think you can use it in the best possible way if
I do
you treat
questions.
it creatively.
Yeah, I do get a lot of questions where people ask that, why only Italian marble? Does Italian marble has a specific sort of quality that it, attracts every space and it just gets blended to every space?
Um, I wouldn't advocate for only Italian. I would say that, again, like I mentioned, it depends on the project
Hmm.
and what the project demands in terms of styling and aesthetic. So, see, usually people like a lot of people opt for the luxury vibe, and they like, and Italian has a lot of soothing colors. So they
Mm-hmm.
go with Italian, but like I said, it totally depends on the project. And like I said, our Indian stones like slate, basalt, even our Jaipur stones, our Jaisalmer yellow stone is again extremely versatile. We have even used it for our projects in Bombay in apartments
Okay.
when we are going for that kind of a particular Indian vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's totally about the project.
Do you also feel that, with an Indian stone or with an Italian stone, the application is very different? The techniques are different.
Um, yes, of course, they are
They,
different. They
okay.
are a little different.
How would you like, if you have to describe it, maybe one or two liners?
Italians are way softer as a material. They are
Mm-hmm.
much more delicate. I
Mm-hmm.
think our Indian stones are that's why used for a lot of, I mean, Indian or any local stones, in fact, are used for a lot of facade claddings, a lot of exterior claddings because they are more resistant to weather conditions. And
Right.
Italian, on the other hand, I mean, they are also used, but then they are quite soft and porous, and the wear and tear itself is really high. So I guess
Correct.
preferably people like to use a harder material so that lasts longer.
Correct. Especially for facades, I believe.
Especially for facades or resorts or outdoor homes, or like a lot of people in this pandemic are now exploring going outdoors and going away for weekends, and that's become like a thing now. So I guess there are a lot of these outdoor homes coming up everywhere, outskirts of Bombay, outskirts of Delhi, everywhere.
True.
So I guess people use a lot of that now.
No, no, fair enough. And we've always seen like stones in flooring. But what trends do you see when you're doing luxury homes in flooring?
uh Plains is obviously the go-to. But yeah, like a lot of people are doing these mosaic carpets with
Yeah,
with the stone, with two, three stones blended together. I mean, we are also in fact doing it. We are doing a lot of instead of doing a carpet, because we live in such a humid, hot climate, we prefer, like we tell clients that if you're using a stone, it's very easy to weave into one another, one
right.
stone into the other. So we create like mosaics to do like carpets, or even in bathrooms, like for the flooring, we are doing a lot of mosaics. On the walls, we are doing a lot of mixing of two, three marbles. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
How do you plan to mix two, three marbles together? Whether it is for
So
fall.
if you have noticed, or if the viewers have also noticed, there are a lot of patterns that we can create with stone. Stone can be molded,
Hmm.
or stone can be so you can mold it in a particular way and create patterns. You can even mix say a semi-precious stone with a satvario, for that matter. So
Yes.
yeah, you can blend in like a lot of and create these beautiful patterns for your shower backdrops, and for
Nice.
your mirror backdrops.
Oh, nice. But when you mix these stones or marbles together, do you also look at the qualities? Like if you're mixing two to three stones together, so all the three stones should have a similar sort of quality, or you can experiment with maybe
We
a
can experiment as long as they all can fit in well with each other. In terms of what I mean is, supposing if you take a very soft stone,
mm-hmm.
and if you use it for a floor, it might not do well eventually with the others. The others might last, but that one might wear out. So
Right,
yeah.
right.
Quality
Okay.
is obviously ace, I think, for Indian homes, especially because people don't do the quick updo and you know, quick to turnarounds. People invest a lot of time, invest a lot of money into making a home. So I guess quality is ace.
Absolutely. Agreed. Agreed. Also, like, we were talking about facades. To have an artistic touch using the marbles on the facade, what would be a budget-friendly marble according to you for exteriors? Since, you just said like it's a go-to trend these days. People are just moving out to outdoors and are building
Yeah.
these outdoor homes. So, what would be a
I
budget-friendly?
think Kota stone. I don't know about I can't say much about marble, but I think Kota stone. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are using a lot of Kota stone. It's easily available, readily available in the country, extremely budget friendly. And to do like these larger homes, you need like huge quantities, like say 10,000, 15,000 square feet.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Kota stone, again, I said slate is super versatile and can be treated like making like patterns out of it for facades again.
Mm-hmm.
Very, and when it's lit up in the night and all, it looks absolutely beautiful, like, with your plants and everything coming in on one side and the black slate, it just looks, and the wood along with it, like wood and slate and, Kota and all is a beautiful amalgamation with each other.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, I think that totally works for us. Plus weather condition wise also, I think it's pretty durable.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like I think slate, I mean, I know slate is pretty strong. Kota
Mm-hmm.
also for floors is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And for all these homes, I think that is also a requirement that, so much with so much wear and tear.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Okay.
Yeah,
And with the wide variety of projects that you've done, what
right.
are the ways which you have used stone as an element of designing apart from flooring? Like I know you've mentioned about
Yeah.
flooring, about walls, claddings also. But what is that one thing that you feel, okay, if I don't have to use a stone in the flooring, where else?
So we also use a lot of stone for like tops. So we are doing a lot of dining table tops,
Okay,
exterior. So we've done like terraces and, outdoor spaces with bars completely made in stone.
okay,
Again, very easy to use, and can sustain rain and wind and all the weather conditions, and doesn't have to be covered or protected and stuff. Because stone is again very versatile like that, so we can use it for bar tops, we can use it for making actual outdoor bars, you can
mm-hmm.
use it for dining table tops. Now a lot of people are using stone tops for dining table, again very easy to maintain, more
Right,
than wood, more than it doesn't scratch as much as a
right.
wood.
Any
So
other?
dining table tops, center table tops, everything can be made in stone.
Have you also tried stones in furnitures? I've seen that lot these days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like dining tables, center tables, all of that can be made in stone. Absolutely.
And you also,
Stone, marble.
right, you also think that stone is a good material and it also complements other material as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think stone and wood is obviously going to be like the primary material, like stone for any space. So I think the amalgamation and the story that they both create with each other is fantastic. I think they, really blend in well.
What would be your favorite stone? Like, I mean, if someone just says you have hundreds of stone, pick one.
My God, that would be a tough pick.
Just
I don't know. I mean,
for
I
your
like
fan,
them all.
one interior stone, one exterior stone. That you, it's like your go-to stone. If you cannot figure out a stone, you will like, okay, I just want to pick this one.
I think my current favorite would be, say, Satwario.
Okay,
Or that is like something which is totally trending right now, and I think it's also very, you know, it's a very good stone. It's a very good marble in terms of
it's a
the
good mark.
grains. In terms of the grains, in terms of the brightness it adds to any space. Um, and I think exterior stone, I think slate or basalt.
Okay, okay. And what are the materials like we've already talked about, like stone is a very complementing material. So what would be one material that you would always like to pair stone with? Is that wood or it could be something else?
Wood, yeah, is a
Or
very, I think it's the most easiest thing to think about is wood. But I also would say that stone with a lot of metal
hmm,
for furniture pieces. Like we are using a lot of MS or SS with stone for our furniture pieces, and I think it looks beautiful with each other.
great. What would be that one tip that you would like to give to all our viewers? How can they play with different or various stones while doing their spaces?
I think I would just say experiment like a lot. every space should look different. Like, I don't think anything should be like a copy of something else. Like, you should totally, and stone is something which you can, like, and there are so many options available in the market now, and so
Lot.
many textures and so many colors and everything. So I think just use like everything, but in the right proportion,
Yeah.
and and blend it well. And I think that would be my go-to.
You just spoke about colors and textures. So, do you
Right.
think colors and textures also play a massive role? Because I do believe neutrals are something that makes a space look large, right? So, is there any other quality of stone wherein colors and textures matter?
Yes, of course. In all the stones, they matter, the colors and textures. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
neutrals is because stone is used in a very large quantity in any space, as in
Yeah,
for flooring. So it plays a very big role in the aesthetic value of the place.
right,
So neutrals is usually go to because it can be paired with a lot of colors.
right, right.
Like you can use a neutral stone to like go with, but then yeah, the colored stones you can use for like furniture pieces or accent pieces,
True.
or like creating a mural on the wall, or just accentuating some wall in, lighting it up nicely. I think for that the colored stone would work.
Oh, nice. Since you brought up colored stone, I recently saw colored stones in crockeries. Like not the actual ones, but like those dish trays. So it was very
Right.
fascinating at how people are experimenting
Are
with.
you talking about the rose quartz and um, the semi-precious stones, the
The
colored stones in crockery, which they're using for coasters and stuff right now?
coasters, but also the proper trays also. Like coasters,
Okay.
it like some time that coasters are there, but now they've started using in the trays also.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
This is something I recently saw. So I was like, when we are talking about the
Yeah, like I also am seeing like people are super experimenting with a lot of stone now. Everywhere, everywhere, furniture pieces, everywhere, accent pieces.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But Mansi, it's been great having you here. You've just given us few amazing tips. You've spoken
Thank
about
you.
some great topics relating to stones. And to all our viewers, if you have any question you would like to ask, please put it in your comments. We will just ask Mansi. Otherwise, we would like to take this session to the end. Or else you all will have to like DM us and then connect to us for your queries.
Yeah, or they can just like shoot questions if they have any questions now, or they can just DM me or you guys, and I'd be happy to answer.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people have joined, though I only. Okay, so I don't think anyone has put any question. But it's been great to have you here. And
It's been a pleasure.
to all our viewers, if you have any questions, you can probably DM Mansi or you could DM us. We are also going to post this video on our page, so you could DM even in the comment section if you have any queries. And stay connected with us. Thank you so much, Mansi, for a
Thank
quick
you so much for having me.
yes.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.